Hello, my YouTube friends. I know it's been a while since I shot a video on the Pink Panther, but basically a day after paying our April rent for SpeedWorld, the government told us that we are a non-essential business. I think I'm very essential, but they think I'm non-essential, which means I have to shut down. So I have no customers in my beautiful 27,000 square foot building. So I figured I may as well use this time to do some improvements on the race car. I had planned on doing these improvements next winter, like over next winter, but all that's moved up now. So there's gonna be some really good content here, some good stuff. And also for SpeedWorld, which is my business, I've shot a few short little videos for our Instagram page and Facebook page. So they're just short. I'll tag those on the end of these videos, or I'll add them to the end of the videos because I think they're pretty funny. So we're gonna do that too. So I'm gonna be doing some improvements on the car. We're gonna make this race car better. And today, what we're starting on is the front splitter. We're gonna be doing the front splitter. As followers of my page will know that I made a new front splitter and the end plates and all that stuff. I made it all new like months ago. Well, guess what? Over the winter, they changed the rules for the front splitter. So I need to pull all that off and remake everything. So that is where I'm gonna start. So follow along, and we're gonna make this car even better. I'm gonna save you guys all the footage of me test fitting the splitter and drilling the holes and getting that all mounted up. But this is where we're at right now. Now, this is not its final shape. I made it oversized. I'll trim it back. I think that this area here that sticks out like this, technically, it gets me a little bit more square inches of splitter and more downforce. But it's so ugly that I think I'm gonna get rid of it and just trim this like that, and then I got to make these side pieces that go up to conform with the rules. I think that's what I'm going to do, but anyways, that's where we're at this moment. Yeah, see, that looks a little better. That, as much as this extra bit would have given me more downforce up front, it was just too ugly. I am one step closer. I have the vertical pieces on either side. The rules require 8" of vertical, so I have those on either side. You'll notice that I trimmed that. Yeah, made that a lot better. Yeah, so now I have to build those pieces that go up and over. So that's what's coming up next. Okay, the one side is completed. So you saw that I made a template out of paper, and then I made that part, and I bolted that in place, and then I made another part out of paper template, and then cut it out of aluminum, and I welded that in place, and then I did the same thing with this last section, and I put these little tabs on here. These are, of course, is all going to get painted, and then it won't be so obvious. But anyways, that's how that is. It. You know what? It doesn't look bad at all. I was really concerned about this thing being ugly, but no, it's actually fine. It's the exact width of the car, so it shouldn't catch any cones, because in theory, if it wasn't there, the tire is just as wide, so it shouldn't matter. But anyways, I have not decided yet whether I'm going to put an end plate. Like, you're allowed to put an end plate, but if I put an end plate, it's just going to stick out here, and it doesn't make, I don't know if I want to have an end plate that is like this. I don't know. I've been looking at some aerodynamics websites, and based on actual data, having the air hit here and go around here, outwash, it's called outwash, is not a bad thing. That might actually help draw air from underneath the car out. So that might be a good thing. So I tend to think I'm going to leave it with no end plates at all. And so I still have this side to do, but I've been here all day working on this, and at some point I just get impatient, and I won't do a good job if I get impatient. So I'm just going to leave this for today, but you'll join me back here again tomorrow. Okay, so the splitter and the, I don't know what you call those, spats, I think they're called spats. Those are done on both sides. But here's the problem. Oh, got a flat tire. The problem is, I did some research online. I did some chatting with people who know way more about aerodynamics than myself, and it looks like there is a way for me to make this even better. So I'm going to take these off, and I'm going to try to do something better using CAD design, cardboard aided design. So we'll see what I can do, and see if I can come up with a better way, because I don't want to have to redo this multiple times in the future. I just want to have something that works and just leave it, and then I can concentrate on the rest of the car. So right now I'm going to take this off and try something different. Okay, so even though I went through all that work of making these spats, I think they're called spats, but I went through all the work of making them, you know, after talking to some people that know more about aerodynamics than myself and reading some articles, I realized that that was not a good plan. So I remade them, as you've seen, and this is the completed front splitter. So these are the spats, or I guess they're fender flares. I guess they're considered fender flares now. So I'll have to block that off from the back side. I will do that, but right now, so this is it. This is my front splitter. Now I'll tell you why it's better than the old one. The old one, if you looked at it in profile, it was angled up. I guess I should do it from this side. If you looked at the old one was actually angled up this way, which is completely wrong for a splitter. And then it went back, and then it had one of these where it went up and then down again, because this profile was wrong here, and it created problems. Anyways, the new one is so much better because these strut rods, now I can adjust the angle of the splitter, and not only that, this here goes through to this structure here, so now I can lift the whole front of the car up and down by using these rods here. I can lift the whole thing up and down, adjust it exactly where I want it, and then independently of that, I can adjust these rods and adjust the angle of the splitter. So that's really good. And also the air coming off of here, what it's doing is going to create outwash. So outwash is what Formula One cars are trying to do. See, the whole thing is with the aerodynamics is you're trying to create a vacuum underneath the car while at the same time having air on top pushing down on the car. So by having the air hit this and pushing out, it's going to draw air from underneath the floor out. And these here, this is an extension of my floor. Like when I cut, this used to come out here like this whole area used to come out here like this and then go like this. And that's not good for aerodynamics. So this was cut this way, and I cut the floor back originally, but what I should not have done that. I should have left the floor like this, which now it is. So this is gonna prevent air from spilling off here and going underneath the floor and filling this, because you don't want air underneath the floor. You want as little as possible. So that's there now. So now that the whole thing's done, I need to take it all off and paint it. And I also need to do some, trimming of the profile of it and stuff, like make it smooth. So that's what I'm gonna do today. There's always something about seeing this car up in the air on these stands. I don't know. It's just, it's cool, you know, it's cool. I'll be pulling the floor off to do an inspection of everything, but here is the floor, or no, it's my splitter actually. The complete splitter there painted, and here are the spats painted. And yeah, so that's where we're at right now. It's gonna feel good to get that back on the car.